Do I feel good today? What is up, universe? Welcome in to Driving the Line, your daily sports and sports betting brand of record. We are live every single weekday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Where? You're damn right. Stadium. Wherever you find Stadium, you will find us. WatchStadium.com, the Stadium app, Amazon Prime Video. How cool is it to have bananas, literally bananas, right before us? We also re-air at 4 p.m. Eastern time. And don't forget, tonight, it's DTL Prime Time Live at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It's also cool to be on the platform where Thursday Night Football is as well. We really stepped up in our 9 short months as a brand, but a full hour counting down to the 49ers and the Seahawks live tonight as Week 6 kicks off in the National Football League. For those of you who don't know, my name is the Coach, and I try to navigate this ship with the best crew in the business. We're also the most transparent show in the business. And yesterday, home day, too many X's for our liking. But that's what happens. That's why you got a lot of people. That's why you take what you want. But we're all about information as well. So today will be a bounce back Thursday. We have tons of content across all kinds of platforms. The easiest way to follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on your notifications, follow us on social media, and I promise you, you won't miss anything, including DTL, the podcast, every single weekday. It's fresh. It's not just the audio from the morning show. It is a fresh 20 to 30-minute podcast that we do after this show. That's how hard we're working. The audio around 2 p.m. Eastern time. The video, if you are a Crew Premium member, I encourage you to join right now. Join today. You get tons of extra content if you're a member of the Crew. So with all that being said, we got a lot to get to. We got a lot to get to. Not only football, a lot of baseball. We got some more information when it comes to Thursday Night Football. So grab your paper, grab your pens or pencils. It's time for the picks. And we come in with 4 of my absolute favorites. And yesterday, he's off on Wednesday. He's not a Rant Wednesday guy, but he comes back ready to go today. And I got to ask, because there's been a lot. And first and foremost, our prayers go out to everybody down in the southeastern part of the United States. It's been awful. Big Chuck, everything good where you are?
Morning, Coach. Crew. Yeah, fortunately, it's all it's safe around these areas, but I always worry every time of year. I'm always worried about my fellow Southerners in these regions from Florida to Texas, really. So, yeah, hopefully everyone stays safe. Take all the necessary precautions. You know, there's nothing wrong with evacuating if they give you plenty of time. You know, all the materialistic stuff can be replaced. Your life can't.
Yeah. Very, very well said. I don't know if you guys saw the roof. Yeah, I see Alicia there. The roof of Tropicana Field is gone. And I know, DG, we all have our day jobs. This is right now, I hate to use the word side hustle because it's going to be our careers very, very soon. But in your day life, you're very busy right now. Very important job. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew. Yeah, listen, my day job is making sure we try to help and get companies into those parts that kind of just bring them back to life in a sense. And so it is what it is. But I am very busy. But you know what we're busy doing is cashing at the pay window, Coach, because that's 12 in a row in the DTL show.
Wow, 12 in a row. Let's keep it going today. Now, this man, he may be a little bit tired because I think there's 3 feedings throughout the night. I don't know how much he's doing. He's the only 5-star chef in the game. And Seabass, I believe tonight you've got a brand new Stadium Eats to debut on Primetime Live. Yes, sir?
Morning, Coach. Morning, crew. Yes, we do. We actually talked about the Seattle dog many months ago on the show. And so now I'm giving you guys the video on how to do it right and make it really tasty and fun. So elevate your hot dogs, boys and girls. It's going to be great.
The big question is, are we going to get all that stuff coming down the beard, or are we going to cut the video off right before that happens?
Coach, what do you think?
Give me the beard. Give me the yuck.
Of course.
I like it.
Of course.
And finally, he's our numbers guy. He never stops working. And there's so much going on right now in the world. Raphael, Esparza. Good morning, Raphael.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, crew, and all you people who are bashing DraftKings right now because they have been down since I got up at 4 this morning. I talked to them. They responded back. They're hoping to be up in the next couple of hours. They've had some major computer issues, so they promised that they're hopefully will be up very soon.
And guess what? They will not stop us. We will still do a show despite that. We'll still talk about things, even if those things are not always graphically supported, because that's what we do. Now, tonight, gentlemen, I can't wait for Primetime Live. It's going to be a big one in the NFC West. Who would have thought that at this point of the season, the Seahawks would be the first place team despite coming off a bad home loss last week to the Giants? However, DG, let's start with you. The 49ers are favored by 3 and that dreaded hook. The total, a robust 49.5. Your initial take.
Yeah, I look at the hook and it scares me, but I also look at the total, and that total scares me. I don't think these teams can score that much. And so I'm not playing it, but if I had to lean anyway, I would lean on the under just because both teams are very good defensively. They have not just shown up on paper on the offensive side. And so it would lean for me as the under on this game.
Well, that's kind of been the trend. Raphael, hasn't it been that primetime games mean dogs and – sorry, Seabass, and primetime unders, yes?
Yeah, and I agree with DJ. I think the total was a little bit high. It's when opened up at 47.5, 48, got quickly bet all the way up. We're not going to see a 50. I think this comes down. One shop already has 49. So if you like the under, grab that 49.5. There's no way we see a 50 tonight. But little shocked that evil half a hook is still on 3.5. I thought that hook would have been gone by now.
Well, we have a very confident Jason Seabass in the chat. He said, I would be scared if the hook was at 10.5. Little cocky after blowing a 10-point lead last Sunday, sir.
Both of these teams confuse me. I don't know where to go. Seattle looked good to start, right? Starting off 3-0, beat teams that maybe they shouldn't have, but then losing to teams that, like, how did they lose last week to the Giants? It just confuses me. San Francisco almost kind of the same way, letting Arizona come back and get them this past weekend. So yeah, that's how I feel about this game. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go.
Next level right there. Pulling his best soupy, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. By the way, the chat is saying that you're standing on business with the pin coming out of the ear.
Oh, forgot that was even there.
I kind of like it. I think it kind of adds to the mystique of Seabass. I would leave it there. Yeah. Now, Big Chuck, you big boy, because you're always my voice of reason when it comes to these prime time games. What's your initial take?
Yeah, Seabass with the Belichick. Originally I had liked the over. It was at 47.5. Now we're at 49.5. So you may have to look at the under. And then always the home dog. He's catching the Seahawks catching 3.5. So you definitely maybe want to look at the dog and the under. And Purdy to throw an interception. He loves to throw them to the Seahawks. So also look at that one.
All right. Now, you guys know that we're all about bounce back. And when we have a subpar day, because we have a very simple model here at DTL. We just want to win more than we lose. That's what the business boils down to. So today, we need to have a day. And we love day soccer. So, Chuck, I'm going to come right back over to you, big boy. Get us started.
Nations League, Italy versus Belgium. The Italians, they come in averaging 1.3 team goals at home in 2024, while Belgium, they average 1.2 team goals this year. Both teams scored in 2 straight in 3 of their last 4 meetings, and I like them to hit the back of the net again today. So give me the both teams to score. Next up, we travel to Austria, where the Austrians are scoring an average of 2.3 team goals on home soil. And with Kazakhstan conceding 2.6 goals on the road this year, I'll back Austria team total over 2.5. This juice keeps skyrocketing since I put it in, so you just may want to shop around or try to get that live. Those are the first 2 on the board, so I definitely like those to start today out in the Nations League.
Do you guys notice? Did you guys notice that right there, the low-key flex by Charles, that he created his own splitter today without me saying we're going to split today? Do you guys notice that? Very interesting. I see you, Chuck. I see you, big boy. All right. My man Vince says, why not make a bet at -140 to move off that 3? We don't talk about it a lot. I would buy it down to 3. If you're going to bet the 49ers, I would lay the juice because sometimes the juice, Charles, is
You know it's worth that squeeze.
you're damn right. Today's one of those days. All right, DG, let me come back over to you, big boy, because I'm looking at you, and right now there's like smoke coming out of your ears. You are so red freaking hot. Talk to me.
It's been a lot on football just in general, but we're going to go to Western Kentucky here. I'm going with the first quarter team total. It's over 7.5. That is the hook, but I think that they can easily score 10 points here going against a UTEP team that allows 7 first quarter points. And this is probably their best team they played all season. UTEP also has the 13th fastest play. Like they get, I guess it's the 13th lowest seconds per play, whatever. They like to play fast and they suck. You're going to get the ball back to Western Kentucky when they got the big red helmets on. I'll take that one for sure. So Western Kentucky first quarter total team over 7.5 at -105. Then we're going to go with my favorite game. That's Coastal Carolina and James Madison. Both teams to score in the first quarter. It's at -105. I know DK is down. It will be up. But if I can help you a little bit, both teams score 10+ points on average. If you want to go get both teams to score 3+, you can go to MGM. Both teams score 7+, MGM, and then both teams to score 10+ at FanDuel. It's at +1360.
See, Raphael tells you all the time, shop around, have multiple books. Days like today, you need them. Now, I don't know what's more painful, DG, what TJ is getting ready to do. He's taking the entire family to the dentist, or the fact that I got to listen to your boy, Big Cheesy, in the chat. Nobody's taking the Niners. Nobody. Shut up. Let that resonate for a second, Big Cheesy. Now, Steve Bass, let me come over to you because you got 3 big plays today, and you're going kind of all over the board. Don't piss off Big Cheesy, but I know you like the Seahawks in a way putting some stuff together. You're up.
Well, I'm going to start with the baseball today, the most boring series we have. Give me the Tigers on the money line. I think that they just get it done today. I don't think they want to go back to Cleveland, so give me them. Teaser play here. That 3.5 I don't like either. So Cheesy, the Niners, they can cover that. They can still win there. I'm getting extra points on Seattle. Give me that under. And then we'll take Zach Charbonnet over 13.5 rush yards. He's done this in 3 games this year so far. Should have done it against the Giants. He missed it by a yard. So that's what I like tonight.
All right. Seabass, how long or how many calls did you put into Soupy to make sure that you pronounced Zach Charbonnet's name correctly today on the show?
Well, I definitely didn't call Soupy. I'll tell you that.
By the way, if you're looking for more picks, my man Mark, better days ahead in the chat says, Coach, we love day soccer and international hockey. German, Der Nuremberg, 3-way money line, -130 if you are a true degenerate out there. All right, Raphael, man, I've made you sit there long enough. I know, like, you're getting like hives with all these sports books going down today, but DTL isn't down, big boy. You got 2 plays. Let's go.
Yeah, I do have 2 plays, but I'm watching this La Tech Middle Tennessee State number move all over the place while everyone was talking. So it's exciting just because I have La Tech team total over 27.5, and I just fading the Blue Raiders. Their defense stinks. They're giving up 42.5 points per game in their last 4 games. In the last 20 games that La Tech has played at home, 15 have gone over the total. So I think they're going to score some points. So give me the Bulldogs team total over 27.5 -3 nickels. And then give me the great kicker game. Yeah, give me Jason Myers tonight over 6.5 kicking points -3 nickels. He had 8 kicking points his last game. He's hit this prop 3 out of 5 games. I think he has a monster game tonight in Seattle. He's averaging 7.2 kicking points per game.
I love it. I love when timing works out too. My man Omar says, when Big Chuck speaks, damn it, we listen. Charles, I got 30 seconds for your last play. Split me up. Let's go.
Yeah, a little smorgasbord of plays today. NHL, Dallas Stars, Predators, over 6. It's cashed in 3 straight between these 2. And lastly, stay on your toes live play. Leafs, Devils, both teams to score in the first period. Allowed nice +135. This is also cashed in 3 straight.
And that's how you get it done. Damn, Chuck, you created your own world, your own brand within the DTL brand. It's absolutely bananas. Got to make you feel good, though, after an off day.
Smidge.
My man. All right, we're just getting started on a glorious Thursday morning as Week 6 kicks off tonight. Still to come here on the show, we've got matchups, quarterbacks, running backs, receivers. Also, there's a lot going on in playoff baseball. We'll do that next. You guys know what we do. It is beautiful. It is Driving the Line, DTL, every single weekday morning right here on Stadium. All right, all of you degenerates out there, we love each and every one of you that watches at our YouTube channel as well. And as you know, even though there are some sports books down, we still have some fun for you. And here are our parlay selections on the visitors side. DG, we've got 3 different prices. Where are you going?
Yeah, I would go that plus 240. I love George Kittle tonight to go over his receiving yards, but also the 49ers to win on the main line just seems just easy right there.
Seabass, what do you like?
It does seem easy, and easy is always easy to do, right? But let's go big money tonight. Give me 49ers minus 3.5, Deebo Samuel, 2+ TDs, and that's all the points the 49ers get tonight.
Rafael.
Yeah, I like the first one too. Give me the 49ers money line and Kittle to anytime touchdown. Plus 240 seems a little bit high. I thought it would be like around plus 220.
Big Chuck, let's go.
Yeah, I'm happy with the plus 240. Make that a trifecta. So for show purposes, the plus 240 money line and Kittle anytime touchdown.
Look at you guys. From day one, we barely get it in 2.5 minutes. And then now we've got all this time to sit around, chop it up, tell people how much we like them, all that good stuff. And also my take. I think the 49ers win tonight. I really, really do. But I'm going to go the easy one because we teach you all the time here at DTL. It's not about how much you win. It's that you win. I like a plus 1,000, but I also like cashing that ticket. Real quick, one nugget. Rafael Nadal calling it quits. Anybody a tennis fan here? By the way, did you guys see that? Rafael, what do you think about the fact, him best
Joker.
in your mind?
He's up there, but he's had too many injuries. His knees are shot. So, there's other tennis players that are going to follow him to retire this year. So he was the first one. There's other ones going to follow.
Big Brett noticing how relaxed DG is. Are you good over there, DG?
We had so much time. I figured I'd relax a little bit. Why not?
Oh,
stretching out the pecs. He was at the gym, coach. You got stretch.
yeah. Just where are the buys? All right. Good first break. Solid first break. We are back live on Stadium talking baseball in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back to DTL on a beautiful Thursday morning. Week 6 of the NFL kicks off tonight, primetime live. Do not forget, right here on Stadium at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, YouTube TV, Roku TV, Amazon Prime Video, the Stadium app. We're also cutting shorts and reels all over the Stadium app. So if you want to become a smarter sports fan, just stay with us here at DTL and here at Stadium. Gentlemen, I think I can safely say that collectively, the baseball playoffs so far have been very, very exciting. I want to go around the horn because yesterday all 4 series played. Detroit 3-0. The Mets, how about a game-winning grand slam by Francisco Lindor? Kansas City gives up a go-ahead home run. Hurts my heart to Giancarlo. And then the Dodgers late night put the hammer down on the Padres in San Diego. DG, what was the most impressive for you from Wednesday?
I hate the Mets, but Francisco, it's fun to say. Him hitting that grand slam was just awesome. So you got to love baseball no matter what about that. That's beautiful.
Are we kidding me right now? You hear that term, Seabass, all the time, team of destiny. You got Peter Alonso against the Brewers, 3-run home run. Then Francisco Lindor takes a loss. Again, same scenario, turns it into a win. But what did you like the most? I'm sure it's Guardians Tigers, no?
Yeah, that series is loving that one. No, yeah, that was great for Lindor, especially after 2 horrific strikeouts in his first 2 at-bats. But because Nick Castellanos still got a hit there, I actually like the second game because Mookie Betts covered me up with that exclusive play and home run that he hit there right in his first at-bat. So put the Dodgers up early. That was a good one too.
Oh, wait a second. Did you just talk about crew exclusive plays? Is that a place where people who watch the show can go get more fire picks every single day? Is that what we're talking about?
For those that simply want more, Coach, yes. Crew exclusive.
Big Chuck, 4 games. What'd you like, big boy?
Really, I didn't like any. I was loving the MLB playoffs until yesterday. Then now I'm not liking it after 0 for 49 men left on base in the first 3 games. So, but I love the Lindor grand slam. So it was truly exciting to see him take that one deep after the Mets left bases loaded twice before that. So happy to see they finally got on the board. So yeah, still a little bitter with the MLB after all the men left on base, but that was the most exciting.
Can you imagine Chuck actually being bitter, like in his own house, screaming at the TV? Stop it. Stop it. Raphael, talk to me.
I'm just tired of this East Coast bias. The Mets are not the team of destiny. The Tigers are the team of destiny. They've held the Guardians to 0 runs in their 2 games. They were out of the playoffs pretty much all season long. Give me a break. The Mets are the team of destiny. The Tigers are the team of destiny. Their payroll, the Mets payroll, they should be in the playoffs every year. Tigers have no payroll besides Baez, who got surgery and sitting on the bench.
Thought Wednesday was yesterday.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I was like, this isn't Rant Wednesday. That was better than your rant yesterday.
Yeah.
Sorry, I hate this new bias, East Coast bias.
Wow. All right. Well, let's spin it forward to today. And if you're talking about East Coast bias, hey, Bob Costas, pick up line 1. Damn. Yeah. Good Lord. Can he be even more biased? All right. So here's what we have today. And thank goodness for Seabass that the second game is kind of overlapping the first game. So we'll have something to watch at 8:08 Eastern time. These are the numbers according to a lot of books, not just DraftKings, which is still down. DG, I want to start with you. Do the Tigers get it done and send the Guardians, who simply cannot score right now? I've never seen it, but yet they're the favorite today.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Cleveland Indians here, or the Guardians, sorry. But I think that they are going up against I guess a bullpen game there. But honestly, I trust the Tigers to come out of this. They have Scooball waiting for Game 5. So whatever happens in this game, you're going to have to face Scooball. That's an uphill, just a climb there. And so I do like Cleveland today, and then Detroit in Game 5.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got that lefty, Raphael, just sitting there waiting for Game 5, that's got to give the Tigers all the confidence in the world. Are they worth a little sprinkle today?
They are, but you use Screwball tonight just to close this series out. You never want to play a Game 5 or a Game 7 because anything can happen in those games. We've seen it all over the place. If I have a chance to close out the series tonight, I may be thinking about putting the best pitcher on the mound. He used to be a relief pitcher. I don't know. I mean, granted, yeah, he is a Game 5, probably mow him down. But if you have a chance to win it today, win it.
You are shaking your head, Seabass. What are you thinking?
I don't know if I can do Scooba on 3-day rest. He just pitched on the 7th, right? That's 3 days ago. That might be a little bit much. They've held Cleveland to 0 runs the last 2 games. They had a bullpen game yesterday. Run another one out there. I don't think Cleveland has it in them. I took Detroit on the money line today. I don't even know who the starting pitcher is going to be. And we've got minus 105 on the graphic there, but you can find it. Bet Online's got it at plus 110. So you can find Tigers at plus money. I think if they get it done tonight, this way you've got Screwball to go Game 1 and possibly pitch 2 games in a 7-game series.
Look at my man Seabass thinking ahead. And that's what I would do. Gamble on today and keep your guy potentially at full rest and then some for Game 1 of the next series if they get through. Chuck, I need to flip it over to the other series. The Yankees, thanks to Giancarlo, they got it done 2-1 on the road. They have a chance to shut it out tonight, and they've got the reigning, defending, undisputed American League Cy Young winner, Garrett Cole, on the mound tonight. That's why they're minus 155. They could not be in a better position to close this one out.
Yeah, they should. I think the Royals are going to keep it close. I definitely like their run line. I think this is probably another under coming in this series. But yeah, the Royals have to throw everything they have at them. So I definitely like the Royals on the run lines. But I think they possibly, I'm sure the league could probably make a call, say, hey, we need some 2-2s. We need to keep these leagues going, quit trying to wrap it up, because I definitely like Cleveland to extend it to 2-2 also. So I wouldn't be surprised if some calls were made. Hey, we need some 2-2s. Let's get some more promotions before we get to these finals.
Yeah, that's the call we want to make. Hey, can we get some 2-2s for the little girls that are dancing in the American League playoff series, please? Chuck would like them. DG, should they be minus 155? And the fact that Aaron Judge, Mr. All Everything, when he gets to the playoffs, does nothing.
Minus 145 is a little bit of a stretch there, but give me the Royals with a waka, waka, waka. Listen, Michael Waka is on the mound today, and he stinks, but he might be good today, and all I need is a little bit of hope. Give the Royals some hope today. I love them coming out. There's no way they go down without a fight, so let the Royals fight today.
All right. Well, Japan says the juice is worth the squeeze, or whatever it is that coach says. Whatever it is that coach says. Gentlemen, we want to tick off at least one person in the chat today because he hates it when we talk about this man. But I could not believe I saw this, and we had to bring it up, and this is the only part of the show, and maybe we'll bring it up again. But this is LeBron James yesterday on Twitter saying this, and Seabass, you're our curmudgeon. I got to come to you first, big boy. He says, can someone explain to me why we're getting on a plane and heading to Milwaukee for one preseason game? LeBron James. Seabass, is he flying Delta and sitting in the seats next to gate 811, or what are we doing here?
Doesn't matter if he's flying Delta or private because it's on your schedule. Your boss, the person who runs the league, said, guess what? You're going to go to Milwaukee and play a preseason game. How is that any different from the regular season? Well, you just want everybody come to LA for the preseason? I mean, I get it's a great city and all, but get on the plane, go play. I mean, he's not going to play anyway. Play 5 minutes. Why? Who cares?
My girl Tina says, boo-hoo, crybaby. Hey, Tina, just because I haven't gotten in the club yet. Oh, you're talking about LeBron. Okay, I got it. Raphael, let me come over to you. I could not believe when I saw this on the X yesterday.
It didn't shock me because he's doing all these DraftKings football commercials. Maybe he doesn't want to play preseason games because quarterbacks don't play preseason games in the NFL. So I think he's just has NFL on the brain right now. But yeah, give me a break. Play a preseason game with your son so we can see it on SportsCenter a million times all weekend.
Sports Sleuth is 100% Seabass. It's your job. I wish you guys could be in these production meetings for SportsCenter because we would always meet like 8 hours before DG, and the producer, goes through the rundown. But LeBron and Tim Tebow, they were the two guys that no matter what they were doing, always in the show. And this is leading the show today or last night. Gotta be.
Yeah, I'm over LeBron. I've been over LeBron. I will say that they lessened the amount of games into the preseason. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. But the fact that he's complaining about that, it doesn't make sense. I know what he's saying is there should be 2 games there where they have to travel for a little bit closer, do another game, then they're done. They go back to LA before the season starts. But it literally is just a plane ride. Like, dude, get over yourself. You're just a baby. Chill out and move on with your life. Like, I'm over him already. Just go.
You guys got to understand, yes, we're over him, but this guy literally moves the needle. So like John says, no more LeBron talk, coach. The season hasn't even started yet, LOL. This guy is a needle mover. This guy is the most prolific scorer in the history of the game. You have to talk about him, period, Chuck. No?
Yeah, I mean, but just tells you how far out of touch he is. I mean, it's the fans that get to come and see you. I mean, someone who's never seen you before, they travel all that way, preseason or not, to come see the king. But it's kind of like him taking the max contract or lobbying for his son to get drafted to the team. So it all kind of fits the mold.
It really does. And I saw a report out there yesterday, DG, you're our resident NBA guru. I always come to you. And there was a poll out from anonymous general managers or something like that simply said that Bronny is simply not ready to play in the league. Are we going to see a scenario? I know they said they're going to send him back and forth to the G League, but maybe he doesn't even stay on the roster more than a few games the way he's playing in the preseason. Not good.
Yeah, he'll definitely be on their main roster for the most part, but he's not going to be active most games. He's not going to get much playing time just in general. This is definitely a play to LeBron and their family for having him on the team. He needs years to develop. There will be spots where he gets and he looks good, but he's just going to be overwhelmed by the NBA talent. NBA talent is very good. If anybody doesn't see it these days, it's only getting better, and it's only the guys are getting bigger, which is crazy to me.
That whole development thing that you're talking about, there was a great place for him to develop. It was called college, USC. By the way, go see Mike says 14 teams that are closer to travel to than Milwaukee. I have flown on a lot of PJs in my time. That's what the cool kids call it. And I'm telling you, walking out of your car, getting on a plane and flying for 2.5 hours is not that hard. Let's stop it. Still to come here on DTL in the morning. We got key matchups, quarterbacks. It's Thursday Night Football. It's DTL live on Stadium. All right, all of you OGs out there, we love each and every one of you. What an incredible live number today. If you came in on our YouTube page, please make it a habit to hit the like button. It's incredibly important to help the show grow as you continue to do that throughout our first 9 months. Now, on the home side of things, Big Chuck, we've got 3 prices, 175 plus 275 and plus 600. Which one, for show purposes only, do you like?
Well, normally I would jump at that first one, the plus 3.5 and Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown, but I'm not sure how if he can make it the full game. So I'll go with the middle, plus 275 Seahawks, plus 3.5 DK Metcalf anytime touchdown for show purposes.
Wow, taking a shot at Kenneth Walker. DG, talk to me.
I do love Kenneth Walker. I don't know if he's healthy. And so, Chuck, I'm going to have to follow you on that. The middle one, plus 275.
Raphael, 3 for 3.
I agree, because I think DK Metcalf has a huge game tonight. So anytime touchdown, and then give me the Seahawks plus 3.5, which the money is piling in right now as I speak on Seattle plus 275.
Seabass, let's go.
I hate to do it, but I'm with the rest of the guys. I'm going to take DK Metcalf anytime TD, Seattle plus 3.5. I've already got a play on Walker anytime TD anyway, so yeah.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Always making it about yourself. I see that. By the way, Liddy in the chat, guy, says Cheesy is doing laps, and then he waits about 3 seconds and writes between coaches' ears. DG, is your boy and his boys never going to understand I will dominate every single day, but you're the voice, you're the catalyst, you're the guy.
I respect the hustle that they're doing because it always makes me laugh so much. And so, but a promo going back to you, I think you would win most, if not every time.
Thank you. And Big Cheesy just wrote rent free. That's how I made my living my entire life. I am one of the greatest promo givers in the history of time. Do not come at me, Liddy. And Big Cheesy, you know better. We're back on Stadium in 5 seconds. All right, we are back. What an incredible audience this morning. You guys are amazing. I absolutely love waking up every single day live here on Stadium. We also re-air at 4 p.m. Eastern in the afternoon. If this is a little bit too early for you, now, Howie Schwab. He always used to say, Coach, can I go in the middle of the show? I don't want to be at the top of the show, so I'm going to listen to him today. God rest his soul. We love Howie so much. We need you to vote. Here are your 4 selections. 49ers with the hook. Seahawks getting the hook. How about the over, 49.5? Maybe you'll listen to DG under 49.5. At the end of the show, we will reveal what we are going to play together. Now, gentlemen, tonight we've got a very interesting quarterback matchup. And it is Brock Purdy, who they say is a system quarterback. And you wonder how much, DG, he's going to get when his contract comes up. It could be 50. I mean, I can see it being 30. Who knows? But here are the numbers to kind of re-educate everybody. But let's start with the quarterbacks. Geno last week had 72 yards on the ground, but didn't play all that well. Tonight, which quarterback do you think plays better, and maybe what are you looking at?
Yeah, I like the Brock Purdy, honestly. He's played very well, and he's been a good system quarterback, but he also is not hurting himself for the most part. And he's using his legs, little sneaky toes, getting out of the backfield. And so I like Brock Purdy to have the better matchup, definitely against Geno Smith tonight.
It kind of does feel that way. But, Raphael, I know you're always looking at all the different numbers. And based off of what I saw last Sunday, he has a tendency to play really, really well in the first half or maybe 2.5 quarters and then just falls off a cliff. Your take on the quarterbacks?
Yeah, I actually want to see how Geno does tonight at home. And for Brock Purdy, to me, he does look like a system quarterback because when his pieces are missing in that system, he's not the same quarterback. But Geno, coming off a loss, he had a great game on the ground. He needs a great game on both the ground and his arm tonight if they want to steal this game. They're getting good plus points. And DG, no more 49.5s out there right now. Pretty much all 49s and 148.5. So that's crazy. Just in 25 minutes.
Seabass, one thing I'm looking at is attempts and completions. And we look at other books, 30.5 attempts, 20.5 completions for Brock Purdy. I think because of the fact that they were stuck on 23 points for most of the fourth quarter, that they're going to be looking to throw it early and often. I think Purdy airs it out tonight. Do you?
I'm looking the opposite way, actually. I don't know that Seattle's got the 7th ranked pass defense in the league. They're pretty tough to go up against. I think we're going to see a lot more running in this game than we will passing. I'm actually entertaining the thought of taking under on attempts for both of these guys.
Wow. Did you guys notice Big Chuck, how right between the eyes, without even smirking, without even raising his voice, he just shot me down like that? Charles, what?
Oh, Papa Bass. Yeah, coming hard.
Feel good these days. Lack of sleep gets you going.
Did you just say Papa Bass coming hard? Don't ever, 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 ever say that again on the show. Ever. Oh, my God. All right, let's go to running backs. Oh, my God. Let's go to running. Oh, are we still on the air? Are we still on the air? Oh.
Cut.
God. Oh, are we recording? Oh my Lord. Oh my God. Okay. Let's switch gears fast. DG, let me come over to you. Whoever's not laughing can take this next one because, well, you know what? Let's go see Bass first. You said you like running tonight. And as we look at the one side, Jordan Mason, with a lot of the injuries this year, he's become kind of a standout. Last week, he was 14 for 89 on the ground. He has over 500 yards rushing through 5 games so far this year. On the other side, you mentioned Kenneth Walker. He's hurt a lot. And last week, I think he had 17 yards or 19 yards. This doesn't even seem like a real matchup right now, Seabass.
It doesn't seem like a real matchup. Yes, Kenneth Walker. I think he gets some time tonight, but I've got the play on Zach Charbonnet just in case. That's my backup there, so we get the over yards there. But yeah, Mason's been great as well. He's filling in well for McCaffrey. I just think that's where the game's going to end up tonight. I think it's going to be a battle of possession and controlling the clock. Neither of these teams put up a lot of points unless they're playing terrible teams, or they allow to terrible teams anyway.
It is a matchup league. You're absolutely correct. And GG, I'll come over to you. Kenneth Walker has dynamic talent, but it doesn't seem, I think because he runs so hard, just like I kind of compare him to Pacheco out of Kansas City. They run so hard sometimes, they never pull it back into second gear, and they always want that contact also. That leads to injuries. Your take on the matchup tonight?
Yeah, Kenneth Walker, definitely. He's battling injuries and he just came off of being hurt, but he is a guy who is a battering ram who's going to try to just hit the hole and push the guys back. But you're also seeing Charbonnet, who's been very good for them in his absence. Jordan Mason is the better guy, and I'm honestly, it hurts me to say that, but Jordan Mason is the better running back tonight. He's been running with his hair on fire as of late. So if I'm picking one or the other, I'm going to go with Jordan Mason tonight.
So, Raphael, Walker's number, despite the fact that he's been struggling, is 63.5. And then Mason, who's been dynamic, as we go over to him, his number tonight total is at 83.5. So a significant difference, 20 yards, in fact, between these two guys. But Mason is averaging over 100 yards per game. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think Mason, who's the better guy, he opened up at 82.5. Some shops have it at 85.5. And the way you look at Walker is the way that people are betting on it. He opened up at 60.5. Some shops, they even move it to 6.5. That's telling me no one's betting on that prop bet. So I think Mason is the better play for this one, even though because we all know Walker is not 100%. So I would probably stay away. Give me Mason.
Are you in a bad mood today, Raphael? I feel like you're a little bit. Are you good? Are you good?
It's a little overwhelmed today, coach. It's just numbers in my head. I don't have that much numbers in my head to have room. I mean, I have to take the anniversary date out because there's so many numbers coming in.
You're the numbers guy.
Big Chuck, I think we're going to limit your participation in the show for the rest here in a second. let's switch over now to the receivers. And I got to tell you, Seattle has become a team. I think they get no attention because they're in the Pacific Northwest, Seabass. But the 49ers can also throw the ball. There's two guys that I'm looking at, and it's Brandon Ayuk, who went 8 for $157 last week, and George Kittle, who had a solid game as well, also 8 catches. Both of their numbers are at 4.5. Ayuk is minus money. Kittle is plus 108, and I think I like both tonight as far as receptions are concerned. And then when we talk yards, 64.5, 48.5 for Kittle. Your thoughts?
Coach, why are you making me do this to you again? Listen, Ayuk's number last week was also 4.5, and he went off, had 8 catches. I didn't see that coming. I think we see regression this week, and I think he goes under that number. Kittle, I could see going over. Sorry, Coach. It's just that it's one of those days, man. One of those days.
It's okay, man. I'm just taking shots left and right. In the chat, somebody said Juwan Jennings, AB's boy, is going to eat tonight. Big Chuck. His number is a very doable 29.5. Is he going to be the guy that there's always one that you go, like last week, Tolbert, there's always one that you go, man, I didn't think this guy was going to do it tonight. And then he does. Is Jennings perhaps the guy?
Oh, yeah. I love that dog. Yeah, he's been going off. He's been Purdy's coming one of his favorite targets, if not his favorite target. Plus, Kittle's had some success against the Seahawks. But, yeah, I love Juwan Jennings in this spot. Plus, his anytime touchdowns are usually ridiculous numbers. So you might even want to put a little sprinkle on that one.
Ridiculous numbers, as Chuck says. By the way, can we all welcome Michael to the crew? Brand new member in real time. Michael Del Priora. Hopefully I got that right. Welcome. All kinds of extra content you are now privy to. If you're not a crew member and you don't got that little thing next to your name, what are you doing? Michael, welcome. Everybody welcome Michael. Now, yeah. DG, let me come over to you because on the other side, we've got 2 really good receivers. You've got DK Metcalf, but his number to me never reflects what his talent is because they never go to him enough because they have Tyler Lockett. So receiving yards, 64.5. Lockett is at 44.5. And then if we're talking catches, both are at 4.5. However, Metcalf is really juicy up around minus 145.
Yeah, a lot of Metcalfs will come on kind of a stream route a little bit, take the top off the defense, where he's going to get a lot of the bulk of his yards. But I know you talked about Lockett as well, but I like Jackson Smith and Jigba, who has been the red zone threat on this team. He's been a little bit more of the possession receiver. He's the guy that was a rookie last year, so he's a sophomore this year. I think that he has the best potential to go against this 49ers team, being the third option because they're going to put the better guys against Metcalf and Lockett. And so I like Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Well, his numbers are 4.5, 47.5. If you had to pick one, which one would you play?
I'd say the 47.5, the receiving yards. I like that a little bit better.
Okay. Anybody else on? I even though me and Seabass are not seeing eye to eye this morning, I do think you're correct with the rushing. I think tonight, what was the last game that we said, it was the Falcons. We're like, man, don't know what's going to happen. They don't allow anything in the air, and it was just touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Yeah. Raphael, perhaps could we see that tonight? That it could be more touchdowns from guys that maybe we're not expecting from.
No, because I think Metcalf is going to have a big game. I don't understand. Yes, I know Lockett is there and he gets a lot of bulk of the looks, but I think Metcalf number-wise is going to get that. He's at, 64.5? FanDuel had 63.5, so did Bet MGM at 63.5. His hit this prop number 3 out of 4, and those 3 he hit, he had over 100 yards. So I think Metcalf, he's tall. Seattle doesn't have that big of a tall secondary. I think Metcalf has a really big evening.
Shout out to my man, Rue, another new premium member. Give Rue a shout out in the chat. That's how we build our crew. One important person at a time, minus Big Cheesy. Now, Seabass, you're kind of becoming the star of the day. Have you noticed that?
Every now and then, Coach. It's a crew here. We got to rotate it around.
That's true. That is very true. Big Chuck.
Most days it's Charles.
Yeah, Charles.
Not today.
Not today, Charles. Oh my God. Not today. Not today. A quick reminder, tonight we'll be live at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Not only will we break down any breaking news in this game, But let's remember, this is a game tonight, guys, that is for first place in the NFC West. 17 games. We're only on week 6, but it's got a really important feel to it. Now, I'm watching the live number, and it is skyrocketing. Huge number today, but a lot of you weren't here at the top of the show. So coming up, we got a little thing we like to call the whip around just for you. It's DTL live on Stadium. All right, we continue on our YouTube page because we never stop working. We never stop grinding. Now, we've already talked about parlays, but what about those of you who like to get it done right away in the first half? We got 2 plays for the 49ers, 2 plays for the Seahawks, and the team totals, DG, lately have been a really good bet for us. Where are you headed here?
Yeah, last show, I believe I did a team total as well. And I really like the 49ers team total here at over 13.5 at -115. I think that they are the better team. And so I'm going to go ahead and back them to get me 2 touchdowns here the first half.
All right, Raphael, talk to me.
I think it's going to be a big first half. So I like Seattle team total over 10.5. And the only time I can lay a nickel, so I'm going to take the Seahawks at 10.5.
I love the way you talk. Then other people try to talk like you, and it just doesn't sound like Raphael. 3 nickels, a nickel, a dime. I mean, come on. Not everybody can beat me and you, Raphael. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
We're both cool.
Seabass, what do you got?
I too also like the 49ers team total over 13.5. Just leave it right there.
Charles, please.
I'm gonna go with the cool guys. I'll take the Seahawks team total over 10.5. I like that first half over. So yeah, I think Seahawks can at least get 11.
I agree with you. I, for one, even though we have no cash with the coach plays yet, I will have a couple tonight on DTL Primetime Live, and I think team totals are going to be a really good way to go. I do not believe, and this is not a shot at Big Cheesy, I just don't think the 49ers, because of the injuries, are as good. And when you give up 11 points to Kyler Murray in the fourth quarter to lose, I think that takes effect on how they're going to call the game. They've got to put that gas pedal down and not let it up for 60 minutes. Let's feed off of that. And I think team totals, I think the over is kind of the way to go here tonight on Thursday. Love you guys. Kids are rolling out. You're the man. See ya. We're back on Stadium in 5 seconds. All right, so welcome back. It's DTL Live on Stadium. Do not forget today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For those of you that listen to the fresh new podcast every single day, that will drop. Also, Rue, Michael, new premium members, you get the video of the podcast just for you every single weekday. Now, producer man, I need the 5-shot because I'm having some issues before we get to the picks. Because as I'm up here trying to produce the show, me and producer man working hard. AB's off today, but still did the graphics. Everybody's doing their job. Then I look over into the chat and Seabass, DG. Yeah, look at him looking around, looking up at the ceiling. He's not even paying attention. Just like he does. I love you, sweetheart. All right, my daughter's leaving for school. Family comes first. Now, Seabass, if DG is in the chat and he's writing this, because I'm seeing 3 of us, 3 of you that have gotten into the club. And he says, but with 7 U's in it, will Coach get into the club? Probably not. That sounds like something you would also say, Seabass. Did you collaborate?
DG and I have a side group chat, just so you I mean, as history has shown so far through 5 weeks, we go off of stats and numbers, and that's how we make predictions, right, Raphael? You got to go with past to predict the future.
They're dragging Raphael into it.
I know. Me and Coach just trying to get into the club, but the Coach will probably get in before me. I'm telling you, I will be the last or not in the club, period, all season.
Well, see, you need a pen, Raphael. You get the confidence, and you just go. You just say whatever comes out, you're good to go.
We have a lot of new viewers today. A lot of new viewers today. And if you're wondering what the hell we're talking about, we play a little game on Primetime Live. You got to tune in live on Stadium to play. You pick the first touchdown score of the game, but it can't be plus 450. That's too easy. It's got to be plus 1,000 or higher. And there are still rumors going around, Big Chuck, that you popped more bottles when you got into the club than anybody in the history of said club. Is that true?
I had to bring that Louisiana flavor. So, yeah, I had to set the tone. So, it's been set. So, we'll see who can surpass it.
I saw him saber a champagne bottle last time we were there.
With the sword?
That's the saber. Same. It's like they're like synonymous.
You might not have seen it. I get it, but he'll show you when you get there.
Raphael, this is driving me insane. Raphael, one of us have got to get in tonight because I cannot take this. I cannot take this jibber jabber anymore.
Can I send a play to the group chat? Can I send a play in the group chat, Coach?
You go ahead, send a play into the group chat, yes. And while you're doing that, DG, let's start with you. This is the part of the show. 10 seconds or less, one nugget for each play. Go ahead, DG.
Western Kentucky, first quarter, team total over 7.5. Look at those fresh unis. That's the play. That's why. Then we're going to go Coastal Carolina, James Madison. Both teams to score in the first quarter. It's at minus 105, only on DK. Get it in as soon as they come back up.
By the way, you've kind of been all over those college team totals, which in recent years wasn't even really a thing. And then as it's developed, what kind of handicapping do you do? Because like you nail these almost every single time, it feels like.
Yeah, a lot of it is looking at the pace of play for the first quarter, but also if you look at, looking at what team allows the most, but also scoring. It's all about scoring quickly, but you got to look at the other team. And so when I find two teams that are fast playing and they give up a lot in the first quarter and they score, that's where it all kind of comes together.
All right. John says DG should have a fire emoji beside his name right now. No, John, he should not. You see what happens when these guys get a little bit of confidence. A little bit of confidence. You see what happens. Speaking of confidence, Seabass, I'm coming over to you. Go ahead, big boy.
We'll start in Major League Baseball. Detroit Tigers on the money line. They'll drop a pitcher sooner or later. Doesn't matter. They're going to win tonight in that series. We'll take the Seahawks and the under in a 6-point teaser tonight. And then because Kenneth Walker, we'll do Zach Charbonnet over 13.5 rushing yards tonight.
Boom and boom. Raphael, go.
Give me La Tech team total over 27.5 minus 3 nickels because Middle Tennessee State defense sucks. And give me Jason Myers to kick over 6.5 kicking points minus 3 nickels. He had 8 his last game. He's probably going to have 8 again tonight.
And for the people who don't want to look through all their entire book, he plays for
Seattle Seahawks.
The Seattle Seahawks. The same guy who had it blocked on Sunday and taken back to the house and lose 29-20. But he's still a great kicker. All right, Charles, no splitter here, big boy. I need all 3 right now.
Yeah, Austria team total over 2.5 versus AB's favorite team, Kakistan, who are allowing 2.6 on the road. Italy and Belgium, both teams to score. That's cashed in 2 straight and 3 of the last 4. And lastly, NHL Stars Predators over 6. This is also cashed in 3 straight. And stay on your toes, live play. We'll go ahead with the Leafs and the Devils, both teams to score in the first period.
Oh, big Chuck. And then we had a stay on your toes live play from Mark in the chat just a few minutes ago. Hashtag it pays to watch live. And by the way, this is how I feel right now from Pat. Damn it. This show makes my morning every morning, even if I'm not betting. I love coming here for the info and the laughs minus the hashtag. All right. Now, somebody else, before we get to our new, very cool little way that we're going to end the show every day, somebody had a stay on your toes play. Who was it? Do we remember? I know it was an hour ago.
I had something. But it was just both teams to score 10 plus points at FanDuel. It's like plus 1360. That's on the Coastal Carolina James Madison game.
Okay. I believe there are 3 college games tonight. I believe on the college gridiron, and then Thursday night football, and then 2 baseball games. Now, Raphael, because you do so much work, because you are amazing, we're going to end every single show moving forward with a little nugget, maybe a stat that people just can't believe or don't know. Yesterday, it was the Zach Wilson, Aaron Rodgers stat, which blew my mind. What do we got today, big boy?
Well, forget Coach today's game 1 in the WNBA finals, but when Scooball pitched game 1, the total was 6, and we're all asking, was that the lowest total? Was that the lowest total? So of course I had to do some research. And wow, I went into my backyard to do the research. May 4th, 2021 at Wrigley Field, Clayton Kershaw versus Kyle Hendricks. The total was 5.5. The Cubs won 7-1. But this year in Japan, I gotta get these in. Huashimi Carp versus Chinchwa Dragons, the total was 4.5. August 28th, 2024. We had a guy bet $100,000 on the over. That's why the juice was at -125 on the over, and he lost 2-1 final. The road team won.
With the Chickasaw Dragons? The Chickasaw Dragons? Wow.
Japanese baseball. 4.5
That
total.
hey, KBO got me through COVID. I don't know who else got up to watch at 4 a.m. every day. Talk about degenerates. The overs at 12.5, 13.5 every day. Damn it. Real quick, you mentioned WNBA. A few people in the chat were like, hey, do we have any WNBA picks? We didn't have really any, but is anybody looking at the game? I think game 1 tonight, correct? Anybody,
game 1.
Anybody look
I like
at
the
it yet?
total.
Do you?
Like
What's
the
the total?
Over 159.5. I think we see up 10. But if Minnesota hits the 3-ball like they did the last series, this one's gonna fly over. They've been fantastic hitting a 3-ball in the playoffs.
DG?
Yeah, if you look at the center for the Liberty, it's Jonquel Jones. If she can stay out of foul trouble, that gives the Liberty a huge edge. But she's always getting in foul trouble when they play the Lynx. And so the one game where they did win, she was out of foul trouble and was able to stay on the court.
Seabass, I know you've done a deep dive as you're got the bottle going over there and you're looking at your Japanese baseball plays and WNBA, yes?
Yeah, it's all about being healthy and perimeter defense. I like the Liberty a lot, so that's where I'm leaning. I think Minnesota, I think they let it all out against the Sun. That was a competitive series. I think they left a lot on the floor there. Sun played great, but unfortunately for them, they didn't make it. So I think they're a little worn down. I like the Liberty tonight.
All right, like the Liberty night. Chuck, you do not get to talk anymore. You are done for the show. Understand this. What a great hour today. You have one thing left today, and I believe you all know what that is. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Thursday tickets straight to the pay window. For my Tiger, damn it, do I love them all. My man from the Dirty Big Chuck. Only 5-star chef in the game, Seabass. My numbers guy, Raphael. My guy from Memphis, Tennessee, DG, and producer, man, always, even on vacation, getting it done. And, of course, AB. I'm the coach. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about every single day. DTL on Stadium. Good luck.